in a crowd of 3,240. The stadium holds 69,000, but those are the times we are in. Nashville, as ever, in the yellow at home, or in the gold if we give it its proper title. So they've won 4 of their last 7 games and only suffered 3 defeats in their last 17. They've become really solid citizens. Suffered the worst start ever by an expansion team, 5 straight defeats. Modest revival after the arrival of 2 world-renowned players, and now laid low in key positions by the virus. One of only 4 players in Major League Soccer, 4 outfield players, to have been on the pitch for every minute of the league season. Matuidi, Pizarro. Dispossessed by Dax McCarty. Yonder Cadiz is on loan from Benfica, for whom he's yet to appear. They paid just under $3 million to Setúbal for his services. He's on loan at Dijon in France's Ligue 1 last season, and the referee going straight to his pocket here. Lovitz.
He's in an offside position, but I'll tell you one thing, he definitely has the profile of being a dominating force in hold-up play, and if he's on point tonight and linking up with Mukhtar, this could be a long night for Miami. It's going to be a longer night if Pizarro can't keep possession.
Well, you've already told us it's going to be a very long night because you've said this is going to penalties. First corner of the night for Inter Miami, taken by Lewis Morgan. Elvis Powell levering an opponent off the ball. There's Reyes suspended. Leandro Gonzalez Pires testing positive for COVID. And here is the German, Mukhtar.
Yeah, but Cadiz was off. When they build that stadium, that place is going to be rocking and rolling. Very similar to what the NHL did in Nashville. Nashville's going to have the exact same kind of impact with the soccer team in their stadium.
In the AFC Divisional Playoffs in 2009. Randall Leal, good strike, great strike, super goal. Nashville's first ever in the playoffs, and one to remember and savor.
AJ De La Garza is arguing about Cadiz in an offside position. I don't think he was from that angle, but the biggest question mark coming into this for Nashville was not about Mukhtar, not about Cadiz. Could they get Randall Leal back in time? A player where his confidence has grown throughout the entire year, and that one player in this team that from anywhere on the field can strike it with an absolute class strike. Don't think the owners in the league office have gotten enough credit for making that move. Here we are on ESPN. You've got to have your best players available. And I get it, COVID-19 is going to play a part in that, but Leal, that's because the owners went out and spent money. But Miami's having a difficult time right now dealing with the second balls off Nashville playing very direct.
Can we just sub that sentence down to Inter Miami's having a difficult time right now?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a sense of underachievement, but I think you've got to assess everything with the right microscope and understanding it's a global pandemic. It's 2020. It's been a weird year for so many people. But when you come in with the expectations that Miami have had...
It stayed 0-0 for 13.5 minutes. Before a gem of a goal from Randall Leal for Nashville. McCarty. Mukhtar. Hurdling a robust challenge by Powell. $3 million signing from Brøndby in Denmark, but previous experience in the Bundesliga and in Portugal too. Muil. Looking for Mukhtar. Oh, hesitation. Down goes Mukhtar. Penalty.
Between Cadiz, Mukhtar, Alex Muil, Leal, all running off of that number 9 up front, holding the ball. This touch here John McCarthy comes through, Figal pulls out. Now see, here's the difficult one for me. That doesn't look like a penalty because John McCarthy doesn't really make any contact. That look, it does. So now the question has to be, is it definitive that he did not? And the answer to me, John, is no. I think that remains a penalty.
So this is uncharted territory for Nashville. Hani Mukhtar scores Nashville's first ever successful penalty. And they lead by 2 in their first ever playoff.
VAR is going to say, nope, you still made contact with Mukhtar. He steps up, buries the penalty. But this is more about the statement that Nashville has made under Gary Smith in the opening 25 minutes. We are going to own this spot here tonight. What a start.
Now there are some historical echoes for Gary Smith because 10 years ago when he led Colorado to MLS Cup, they got there having finished 7th in their conference. Those enthusiastic London tones barking orders from the sidelines. Morgan.
See, this is where I'm confused though, John. Morgan's your best attacking player, been the most consistent. He's an out-and-out direct winger and he's playing through the middle.
Morgan pulls up, having had contact made with his face. And a yellow card comes out for that infringement. Again, the referee well positioned. Will Trapp with the yellow card for the foul this time.
Keep an eye on Walker Zimmerman here.
Roberts delivers. Nealis with the header. Pizarro. Mukhtar. Pizarro. Off Godoy for a corner kick. Morgan. That could be your challenge for next season. Thierry Henry would feature on that list.
Yes, he would.
Powell. Question of bedding in. Gary Smith likes to build his teams from the back. Here's Morgan. Next Tuesday, that game would be at Rentschler Field in East Hartford, Connecticut, Toronto's temporary home. Just a solitary extra minute. And we're all set for the start of the second half at Nissan Stadium, where Nashville lead Inter Miami by 2-0 in the second of these play-in games. Earlier this evening, New England prevailed against Montreal with a 95th minute decider from Gustavo Bo. Home advantage in this play-in game. Here is Ambrose and Pellegrini. Best moment for Inter Miami so far. Here once again is Alvis Powell. Winner of MLS Cup with Portland back in 2015. Ambitious to try himself. Leal. Morgan.
Good spot there from Will Trapp. Well, part of the reason why you're seeing Alvis Powell with so much space is Alex Murillo's running with his head cut off at times, and if you switch the point of attack very quickly with two-touch passing, as we've seen with Matuidi being the facilitator.
They used the 2 seasons in the USL to lay some of the foundation stones for this inaugural campaign in MLS.
Gary Smith is coaching up some of his players that I think many of us didn't expect a lot from.
Hani Mukhtar, led by Figal. Figal to the near post. Amidst the congestion, Joe Willis. Off Godoy. It's the ever-reliable McCarty. Part of that Gary Smith team that won MLS Cup 10 years ago tomorrow. And McCarthy all the way! Well, might he jump for joy!
In Major League Soccer, so many of the little things on and off the field, the leadership in the locker room, but throughout his entire career, he's always had the ability to pop up in spots and score big goals. Oftentimes for the New York Red Bulls, it's been on set pieces, but for the second time tonight, not a single soul from Inter Miami wants to step up and stop penetration right through the middle. And what a fantastic finish.
Just the 24th of his career, spread across 15 seasons. Hani Mukhtar. Swept behind by a loping Matuidi. Leao. Mukhtar. That's Trapp. Seems to be interesting. Lewis Morgan, who stands up and really determines that Joe Willis is still awake and alert. Pizarro. Morgan. And Powell. And then the shot on the turn from Pellegrini, forcing goalkeeper Willis into his first serious action.
In the previous 9 years, he had 18 shutouts. This year, he's had 9. And remember the opening game this year against Atlanta? He had that melee in midfield. It looked like it was going to be a long year for a player.
Pizarro with time to weigh it up. Morgan with this. Towering by Zimmerman. Slightly more straightforward clearance. Hundreds of football pitches side by side, all with fairly chirpy Londoners either playing or coaching. Not with Gary Smith's ability, but same approach. Daniel Lovett's joining in.
But the game plan they had tonight was not a team that's just going to play for set pieces. They came out and punched Inter Miami in the face.
Here's Rios trying to land another blow.
Okay, you have Godoy, but you don't have this type of experience and conviction in your performance.
Rios. Toronto won't have played for 16 days. Which seems very strange because we've had 6 substitution windows in the second half, which should be 3 minutes straight up. Is that a man that's taking pity on Miami? It's been a discordant night in the Music City for Inter Miami.